What would I... Okay, another thing come by mind. Alien abduction. Well, I have an alien abduction plan in case it ever happens to me. Well, first thing I'll probably do is I gather much intelligence about the aliens on another planet abducted me than anything else. And second, and on top of that, I'll figure out, why they came here to this planet, to why they took me from here, why they took me to where they're taking me to, and the reason. I'll figure that out. Cause why? Anyways, alien beings, I believe we're not alone in this universe out here. I tend to say we're not alone. The people out there. I mean, someday we're probably gonna discover. So they have discovered that we'll discover. Someday people will discover them. And sometimes they could have disastrous consequences. They have already discovered us in a way. I believe that has happened, but you know what? Well, what would I do if that happens to me? Number one, I will find out much technology. I'll find out much I can about the race, where they came from, what galaxy they came from first, and how they get, what they use to get here. I figure out too where next, figure out if they took off deep space, I figure where it is in the galaxy, and I will figure out, what their attention, their peaceful, I might then negotiate, or I may sit down, negotiate with them and find out what, they want from me and what they really want. And once they find out I'm doing a really bad experiment on me, like that, I would say it's pretty simple. Stop any human experiment, any of us people, because you have an interesting role, but where you came from, you take on more advanced hours, and then I will tell these human beings all about ISO and muscle, and I make arrangements with them if they got advanced technology. We may have advanced technology to have freezer fire on board. What they could do to lock into a motor, and have lock in there and put ISO on ice, literally wipe them out with razor fire. Well, that'd be interesting. Of course, it would be like that happened in real life. That would happen. It'd be all over mainstream media. A UFO wipes out ISO. That would be all over mainstream media. But one thing I would do is, figure out or use a computer to program North Korea missile to malfunction and to detonate right on the launch pad, wiping out North Korea off the map, basically. Will arm and detonate the pad to launch it will detonate. It will arm itself and detonate immediately on the pad. Now, that's something I may have to do. That's something I were to get the alien to do for me. But anyways, enough of that. Well, if at me, I gather much intel if I can. I find out much technology I can. And I gain enough intel about them. So when they return me to Earth, and plus I probably could use a camera on this smartphone to, if they haven't drained the power from it, I could use a camera to gather information from them, and then I could get all that info from them and download as much I can hold, and probably fill memory in this phone up to capacity. Then I could dump all that information out on the internet here on Earth, and guess what? Scientists would read it, they would look at it, all that. But the main plan is, if it happened to me, which I doubt it would ever happen in my life, but it have happened to some people, is to gather much intel, gather much intelligence that I can, try to get much out as I can, find out where they came from, what their intent, and then find out what kind of communication they're using, and figure out how I can get off the spacecraft, figure out how to They gained enough technology about human use electromagnetic transporter. They would try to figure out how it works and just teleport, beam myself back down again to the coordinate where it beamed me up from, same coordinate beamed me from. That's exactly what I would do. Anyway, so I can't really go on with this, but I really say that by much as I can. And if not intel, I will open the word and tell the government where they came from. But they don't mean harm, and they told the government can make people contact with them and when the time is right, of course. Because they may, honestly, any Aryan civilization, intelligent type of areas, they wouldn't even do human experiments on humans, What they would do is they would put a human being here on Earth first. They to observe the culture. It would be very much a totally human being, that we know an alien, another planet. It would observe the culture, see how we're doing, see or not what government parties are happening here on Earth. And after, you know what to do next? And then, what would happen next, Well, we would turn around and we would do two other things. And then, they would turn around two things. One, either make contact with us or leave and not come back. One of those two things. Where I look at where society is today, I would say we pretty much a pre-warp civilization. Getting close to building a warp-powered ship, but not too far away from it. And I believe once the ship is built and they start heading towards Mars or where they're heading to, with that ship, if a big, huge one built, no can happen. It was loaded with a bunch of people leaving the planet, going somewhere in the galaxy. Guess what? I believe that SpaceX get this intergalactic, pass-through plane intergalactic going. Where do I get their plane going? Guess what's going to happen? Two things will happen. Number one, that it will could jump with the technology. It could jump to hyperspace. I mean, warp factor. When it does that, there's going to be a crew of people somewhere. Somebody can see the warp signature, trace it back here, and make contact. Anyway, so that's how first contact should be made. While other races like Greys rather do human experiments with implants than anything else. And people are fearful. I'm not fearful of looking for, if I see a UFO, not really fearful. Not fearful of looking at an alien being on a planet. Because I look at that as a form of life. I mean, I have more respect for life. It doesn't matter life form here earthbound or life form came from a faraway galaxy. It's still life. One thing I will not kill is life. Doesn't matter whether, but if it's a bed bug, that's a different story. Anyways, well, blog over.